I think Zaraki's mutilist macro helped him quite a lot to help him stay in the game.
Yeah, I mean, over a long period of time he managed to keep sniping little bits of Marines, so I guess it must have really helped, combined together, to make some good harassment stuff.
And I think Zerg is ahead in there right now, even though Zerg doesn't have a third base.
Yeah.
Tern is gonna mine out his main soon, so he'll be on one base production again with his main mines out. So I don't know. Zaraki has a larger and larger army.
He does.
He's getting the fire tech out pretty soon, so he's gonna need a third base up though. He needs to put some lurkers on defense.
Yeah, I think he really does.
Yeah, it's actually really exciting.
But
I don't know how this game is gonna go.
Non laying down the scan, so he sees Zaraki's forces. Zaraki moving up to the top of the ramp. I think Non's going to try and attack him here, but I think that would be ill-advised. There's 6 lurkers here. If he burrows them down, he could take care of these Marines easily. Non seems to have split his forces pretty much in half. Maybe trying some sort of weird roving Marine stuff, but all these Marines just getting totally cleaned up pretty much by speedlings alone. Good irradiate going down on one lurker, but it's not really going to matter to Zaraki too much, I don't think. Finally with the third base as well.
I don't know why he attacked there. Because he did scan the army, right? So
yeah, he did. He scanned directly on top of it.
So inferior.
Yeah.
It's just chucking units.
Yeah, really bizarre.
Still, Non is pulling ahead in supply.
Somehow.
Yeah, well, they're on equal basis.
Yeah.
So Sir can produce that much. Ultimately, yeah. He really needs a second evolution chamber because he's going to fall behind so far in upgrades.
What are his upgrades right now? We can see.
Reserve.
Ouch! 1 armor, 0 attack against the 1/1 for the Terran infantry. Terran's going to be drawing ahead in that pretty soon. He's going to have a very strong army. Though Non producing a good number of lurkers.
Oh, never mind. +2 weapons is almost done, but he has 2 E-base, and 1 it's idle. So, he's now upgrading +2 upgrade for armor.
It looks like they wanted to clash in the middle of the map. Zaraki moving in, he's going to have to burrow his lurkers, pretty smart here. A whole bunch of speedlings running in, and the lurkers are following close behind. If he can get a good position on these Marines, it's going to be a pretty big deal. He does get in pretty close, but Non might just be able to hold it with some good Marine split micro. But he does start to lose a lot of units. Tanks. Way too many tanks. Oh, and a lot of lurkers going down at the end. For Zaraki, that could be a real massive blow in this overall game. Yeah.
It was a really good micro by now, moving forward those Marines against those lurkers, and once the lurkers burrow, you just pull back, and they're still out of range of the tanks.
Yeah,
so the tanks can keep shooting while the lurkers have to unburrow again and try to get closer to the tanks. And he didn't lose a single tank.
I feel like
really good battle micro there.
I feel like Zaraki could have waited just a few seconds because he's got defilers out. His consumer's finished now, so if he just waited just maybe 30 seconds more, then he could have had such an advantageous engagement under Dark Swarm. I'm not quite sure why he didn't hold out for that little bit longer.
That's very true. He has Dark Swarm now, though.
Yeah, down it goes.
Keep defending his third gas.
Should be able to pick off 1 tank here.
Yeah. No, it's going to be such an uphill battle for Zaraki now.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure he's going to be able to pull this off.
Still a fair amount of minerals in the bank, though. He needs to get spending those if he's going to take on Non's army again at any point. And look at this, 3 idle lurkers just sitting around somewhere in the middle of the map getting shot at by tanks. He really can't afford that kind of thing right now. Oh, and a lot of overlords could go down here, but Dark Swarm goes down just in time. Marines having to pull back once again, though, taking out a whole bunch of Zerglings. Pretty irrelevant Zerglings, but Zerglings nonetheless.
Yeah, this is such a bizarre game. I've never really seen Zaraki play. I mean, I don't want to say bad, but he is actually playing. He's not playing good.
No.
I suspect he expected it to be a short game with this 2S Muta plan, but that's a really good plague.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not very good. Got like 4 Marines and 2 vessels, but a plague nonetheless. So play good.
Play good. It's the science vessels which matter in that one, though. The Marines can wear off and be healed, but the science vessels, you're going to have a hard time repairing them. And if you can get a couple of Scourge on those, it could be a pretty nice little break for him, because he does have a Spire. Of course, he's had it all along. So that could work out nicely for him. But, oh, the 4th base is going to go down for Zaraki. Absolutely no question that he is going to be able to defend this. Launching some kind of bizarre counter-attack with just a few Zerglings. Really don't see that going very far. They're going to get mopped up. ASAP by Non.
Yeah, losing the third gas is just crucial. When Sergey's on Hive Tech and only has two geysers,
Yeah.
one of which is almost depleted, I mean, it's just game over. You can't make Scourge, Defilers, and Lurkers, all that gas heavy units that you need.
No.
And his gas units just keeps getting irradiated. He has like more vessels than Zaraki has gas units.
Yeah, exactly.
So Zaraki is never going to be able to push, especially when Non lanes enough mines.
Yeah.
Like, the push is never going to happen, and Non is just going to overwhelm and expand everywhere.
Yeah, I can see that happening pretty soon.
More factories.
How many factories does he actually have? He only has 2 factories pumping now. Yeah, 'cause he's got a lot of spare gas hanging around in the bank. But I suppose his current...
He's only making tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, he
So
could probably do some mines.
He's really just trying to... He's just trying to kill the Zerg right now because he's so weak, but he should be better off just making more vultures.
Yeah.
Try to raid if you can and do vulture drops and lay mines just everywhere. Just getting as much map control as you can. Because if you can keep Zerg on 3 mineral bases, I mean, Zerg is never going to kill you.
No. That's absolutely true, and that is what we're seeing right now. Zerg looking really, really thin on the ground. He's got a tiny little army hanging around in the middle, and Non is threatening to swarm him with marines and medics only, and the odd firebat. Even at this stage of the game, it doesn't look like... Oh! Big plague going down all over Zaraki's stuff. 3 science vessels getting caught and a whole bunch of marines. But he charges on anyway. The Valiant Marines going in. A few Scourge finally going off of the science vessel. And a whole lot of Mass Ling actually coming in and doing a whole load of damage to all these marines. And it could clear them up if he just gains that critical mass. And it looks like he's going to. And that army goes down for Non. So that could put this a little bit more even.
Matter.
Well...
No, it doesn't really matter. Because Zerg lost so many Zerglings.
Yeah,
that
it's
like
true.
3 or 4 control group Zerglings just died.
Yeah.
And all it did was just... It delayed the Zaraki's push even more because now he has even smaller army to try to push the map. And Non is just fortifying his position on his 3rd base. And he's going to take his 4th momentarily with the SUV there. Yeah.
Zaraki also takes his.
I don't know why I don't see more mines out there, because right now Zaraki can wander freely around, and he can actually go around this whole blue pod.
Yeah.
And go like to the back of the 3rd base and do a swarm counter. Like there's Non can't prevent that from happening.
No, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure why he's not doing that. But we see another engagement coming down. A whole lot of Lings going down instantly. 2 Lurkers caught in a slightly bad position, but only one of them dying straight away. And those Marines getting cleared up. I don't know what they were doing out there all by themselves. If there's any possible way Non could lose this, it's just by repeated bad engagements. But Zaraki charging into a bunch of siege tanks does manage to get the Lurkers in there, but takes a lot of splash damage on the way in. Hiding under a swarm now, killing off as many tanks as possible, but they're not going to be able to move any further forward. I expect that Defiler to go down momentarily as well.
But this is exactly why you need mines as Terra and late
Yeah.
TVZ, because Zerg, without mines, Zerg can just wander right up to your base and throw a swarm and then just keep reinforcing.
Well, exactly. And if you've got Lurkers, then there's little or no chance you'll be able to take out all the mines on the way, and it's going to cost the Zerg a hell of a lot to move out across the map unless he's careful.
Dropship on the way though, heading to the 3rd gas in Zaraki. There was an Overlord placed on the cliff that spotted it, but I don't know if Zaraki paid attention.
It looks like he didn't.
So
a bunch of Lings running away.
Well.
Yeah. I think that's misguided. He'd be much better off defending that bottom right-hand base, as his army is completely dead in the middle there. 1 Lurker remaining. The brave Lurker. Bunch of M&M dropping into that 4th base now, and they're going to clear it up so easily once again. No chance of defending that for Zaraki.
Yeah, it's looking very, very gloomy for Zaraki. His main is mined out, his natural is running on his last minerals, and then he'll be down to just these 6 patches.
Yeah, I tell you what, gloomy is exactly the word.
The Defiler needs to control the Defiler, and it does throw a swarm down, but just 3 fire bats is going to kill every Zergling, and now even the Defiler. The 3rd gas goes down. And I think Zaraki, he's depleted on both his geysers.
Oh.
So it's pretty much only Zerglings now.
Yeah, that's...
He does try to sneak 6 o'clock, which I think he should have done to begin with. It's so easy to defend with just 2 or 3 Lurkers, but that now choke.
And he would have had an easier time defending it even with his mutas earlier, whilst he chose for that top base, and it got sniped so easily because he had no good channels to defend it. Really pretty odd decision by him.
Yeah.
Producing Scourge now, but
yeah,
I feel it's a bit late.
Yeah, Zaraki has nothing more coming for him.
No.
I'm still really pissed though because Non is not making any mines, and he has so few production facilities
And so little gas
like,
as well.
He should be slamming out vultures, and I'm not gonna let that go.
No, I know you're not. Oh, dropship goes down at the third base of Non. Ouch.
Now, Non has like, he has 117 supply, but I don't know where all that supply comes from, because like this push coming now, that's not a big army. That's one medic in it. I mean, that's
my god.
Pretty bad push.
Yeah.
Plague on that, and that's pretty useless army. Like this Lynx are just gonna clean it up so easily.
Well, plague on that, and one muter gets it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good swarm going down, Defiler being made safe, and in go the Lings, but having to hide and cower under the swarm once again. Oh, a bunch more of them going down, and the Defiler just irradiating everything. Starting to get a bit bad for Zaraki.
Yeah, once again the third gas is going to go down, and Zaraki can't do anything about it.
I mean, if he was GG now, there would be nothing premature about that. This is not 5-at hero GG timing, but it is certainly time. He tapped out for the moment. Save his energy for the next game, I think, would be advisable.
Well, yeah, you can't blame him for staying in though, because it is ISL2, and it is money in this tournament, and I don't blame anyone for not tapping out too early.
No, it's true. You'd hate to watch the replay later and see that actually you're so close to winning. It would just be a disastrous feeling. So I sympathise with the guy staying in a little bit longer. Trying to clean up this push, making a valiant effort, but those Lings just crashing and burning as they go in to these heavily upgraded Marines, even though there's only 2 medics in there. Taking care of the Lurker and a whole bunch of Lings. Only losing a couple of little dudes. And I feel so bad for Zaraki and his army.
Yeah, I don't think it was especially stellar play by either player, but I think Zaraki just... He didn't play the map the way you should do it. Like, he tried to sneak 12 o'clock, not sneak, but he tried to take it without any lurker defense.
Yeah.
Don't know if that was just an oversight, but I think once his initial strategy failed at like 2 minutes, once the eBay got down, I think he just been trying to improvise and just didn't really know what to do for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it really didn't pay off.
As a result, you see Non going up to, he's taking his 5th base now at 12 o'clock, and Zaraki is down to 1 mineral base.
Yeah, this is getting pretty horrible.
Two Zerglings and like 1 Defiler every 2 minutes.
It's also worth noting that most of Zaraki's supply is now actually in drones at that 3rd base, so he's really got very, very little on the map. Running around trying to do a bit more damage, but really I think he's going to be forced out of this game at any moment once he gets this final engagement in against this last M&M ball to face him. I still don't know where all of Non's supply is. I really don't know where it's all gone.
I think it's just spread out on the map everywhere. He's making 2 dropships now, probably looking to just kill Zaraki right now.
Yeah.
Making a double drop in the main. Or possibly behind the 3rd, which would be pretty devastating.
It would.
GG from Zaraki.
There it is, the GG.
And the double capital G from Non.